Hello, everyone, and welcome to our AI Accelerator podcast. Today, I have Vineet with me to discuss upon UiPath Apps, which is a low-code application development platform that enables you to build and share custom-grade uh, applications that deliver engaging user experience. And using UiPath's app, you can quickly build custom business application that connect to data in any underlying cloud or on-premise system using the power of automation. So, Vineet, could you share us like what is UiPath apps for our audience and how does it differ from other application development tools?
So UiPath Apps is a low-code development application platform where you can design your app without any technical knowledge. In UiPath Apps, there are different controls are available. So you can simply drag and drop those control. In those control, there are different UI elements are present, which can you utilize to build your app. And with the introduction, you have pretty much covered itself in the beginning. So apart from those part, like what um, UiPath stand out from different market uh, tools which are available for designing apps. So when we are designing any apps, so with the other market tools, it is like we need to heavily depend on the APIs to connect data to particular app that we are going to design. But with the UiPath apps, we get support of automations, different queues. We can directly connect the different services using UiPath integration services with the UiPath apps.
Got it. And I think with this, we can directly jump into how UiPath application is there and how we can, start creating our own apps for our different use cases. So
Mhm.
let's see that.
Once you land on the app dashboard, then you can see you have generate with autopilot. Here you can simply drop a PDF or you can provide an image of your app that you are going to design, or you can simply describe what your app you want to design. Now we'll generate a app by providing a PDF to autopilot. So for that, what I'll do is, first of all, I'll show you the PDF that I am going to provide to autopilot. So this is the new patient registration form is there, so that we are going to provide to autopilot, and based on that autopilot will going to generate a app for me. Okay, autopilot will take a charge and build app for you. Now in the background you can see generate pages and control is working in the background.
Okay, so here the autopilot is, detecting and similarly working on to creation of the application according to our PDF.
Yes, autopilot has given the structure and each and every field mapped. Like on the left hand side you can see for those fields that we are going to enter, that will be stored in the entities. So with the autopilot, entities are already created, so we have a support of entities, and the structure we get with the autopilot as well. Okay, in case if you want to build a multi-page app, so in that condition, like this is the first page that we have provided to the autopilot and it has generated app for me. In case if you want to build a multi-page app, so in that condition you have to you have to click on add control, and then in the page you can see you have option with autopilot. So here also you can provide a description for a app, and based on your description you can create a particular app. So here I have provided the description to the autopilot, and I'll simply click on send. Now here you can see the first page that we have with the medical. The first page we have is for new patient registration, and the second page that we have created with the autopilot, that is login details page. Here you can enter username then password and click on submit button, and even after clicking on the submit button, autopilot has already created a rule for me where we can validate those user and create the entities where username and the password will be stored in the data services and the entities.
Oh, so this is simply amazing because it's not just the UI aspect of it, but the underlying logic and the data also is being taken
Mhm.
care of. All right, Neet, I think that is very helpful, and I've seen that this output is presented by the autopilot prompt that we have given. Now, if I further want to customize it to different UI or some other event based rule into it, is it
Mhm.
possible or not?
Yes, definitely we can change the layout anytime. Like it is not a fix. Like after we have generated a particular page with the autopilot, we can customize it in the further step. In the description, if you remember, we have provided the description just like we need to enter the username, then password, and then we need to click on submit button. But in case if I want to add a next button called forget password so for that, if I want to add a new button, I can simply do that with the help of add control. And in the add control, we have input control. I can simply drag and drop the next button. And in the button itself, I can go to the properties of this button that I have dragged and dropped. In the general properties, you can say I can rename it to forget password and with the question mark. So this will be added over here. And in case you want to change the style, if you want to change the background color based on your choice, that you can do over here as well. It is not a fix that after generating a page with the autopilot, you can customize it later.
Okay, Vineet, I think that is helpful for customization. And do we also have anything regarding, manipulation of our expressions or any exception handling into it?
So to manipulate or create any new expression, so for that we have autopilot added to any different expression editor. On the screen we have zip, and in case if you want to add a validation to particular zip code that you are going to enter, so in that case if I go to the create rule, and if I select the set value, and the set value, if I open the open resources and expression editor, in the expression editor you get an option called help me with this. If you open this prompt, you have autopilot enabled for your expression editor. So here you can simply provide a validation prompt or anything that you can provide. I have a prompt which checks the value of zip code that we are going to enter is 6 digits. So for that I have given this prompt, and if I clicked on this option, then autopilot will work in the background, and it will simply give me a expression that I can use to validate the zip code that I have entered in the app.
Thank you, Vineet, for demonstrating the use case of UiPath apps and how, with the help of AI feature, the autopilot, we can easily create new application and even customize it according to our need. Thank you for such a detailed walkthrough. And if for our audience, if you have any questions, you can reach out to us. We'll be happy to answer them. Thank you.
Thank you, Tushar, for having me on the show.